Overwatch is one of those games that is forever evolving. The hero roster is constantly growing, with the new hero coming pretty much every other season, and when we're not getting new heroes, we're getting new maps. However, when we're not getting new heroes or new maps, we're still getting new stuff in the form of reworks. Take this season for example. We didn't get a new hero or a new map because the main focus of this season was the rework of the comp system. But we also got a rework of Junkertown and Pharah's kit. In this video, I'm going to talk about which maps I'd like to see reworked in the future seasons, as I feel like all of these map reworks have been hits. Watchpoint Gibraltar has a much smoother flow now that the final point spawn has changed, and first point on Junkertown is super cool now with the addition of Frogger's house. I mean, the additional cover. I'll get into it in a minute, but first I'm going to ask you to subscribe and leave a like on this video, as I want to continue making Overwatch 2 related content that's not only entertaining, but educational too. So the main rule of this video is that the map can't be from Overwatch 2, and I think that's a very obvious thing, because whilst yes, some of Overwatch 2's maps are absolutely terrible, looking at you, Antarctic Peninsula, I just don't think it's really fair on the older maps. The team have clearly shown that they're the priority when it comes to reworks, especially with the upcoming changes to Hanamura being turned into a completely new map called Hanaoka for the new game mode. Not Flashpoint, the other new game mode, the one they talked about at BlizzCon. I'm going to start off with an escort map that gets very mixed reactions when it comes up, and that's Havana. Havana was released back in 2019, and it was the 31st map to be added to the game. Now, I don't hate this map, but I can see that it has its flaws. I think the part that they should focus on the most in the rework is the first point, as getting full held there is super common. It's a very easy thing to do, and if you're on the receiving end of it, it can be extremely annoying and hard to get around the choke point if you're not playing a specific comp. Yes, this map does kind of fall into the category of what I like to call a skill issue map, but none of the maps should be like this. All maps should be accessible to all players no matter the skill level, and Havana is kind of annoying for the less skilled players. Hell, it can even be annoying for high skilled players sometimes, but they're more likely to get out of the choke point. The second map I think is deserving of a rework is Hollywood, specifically the first point of Hollywood, for very similar reasons why I think Havana's first point should be reworked. Again, the choke point is a little bit hard to get around because on attack you can only really go right instead of going down main, but main is right next to the right side of the map, so the defenders can easily maneuver the choke to that right room and easily get a team kill. I think the main thing they really need to do is change where the left side of the map spits you out, because it literally puts you at the main arch where the choke point is honestly one of the most useless things if your team is crap. So again, it's one of the maps that falls into the skill issue map category. It's by no means a bad map, in fact it's one of my favourites, but I can see the first point is kind of annoying because of the choke point. If they just changed the doorway on the left to link up to the stairway on the left that defenders usually use to get the high ground, it would be a little bit better. Now, the last map that I think is deserving of a rework is Numbani, specifically the last point, because respectfully, what is the point of having a point that's like 10 meters? It's architecturally pretty good with lots of areas where you can flank the defending team on attack and defend on high ground, but it just feels so pointless in comparison to the other escort and hybrid maps. It's a shame really, because it's a fun map and it's full of lore if you pay attention to the little details here and there, but the last point really brings the map down because there's absolutely no reason for it to be there. It takes me not even a minute to walk from the start of that point to the enemy spawn. Like, why? But that just about does it for this video. I just kind of wanted to talk about the maps because I feel like people don't really voice their opinions on maps all that much. Obviously this video is one of the videos that's like, in a perfect world, this would be like this. But who knows, changes could be coming to these maps at some point, it's just a matter of time. Anyways, thanks for watching. Once again, I'm gonna ask you to like this video as it lets me know that you find these videos not only to be helpful, but entertaining. Let me know in the comments if you have any ideas for reworked maps. You guys can pick any you want, I want to hear your thoughts completely. You're not just limited to the older maps, it's fine. Finally, have a nice day or night if you're watching this at night, and make sure to check out my other videos. Not only will I appreciate it, but you might too.